Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Nicki Minaj uncovering Diddy for being a narc and working with the federal authorities to bring down other celebs you all expertise. There has been discussion of how Diddy would have been bringing other CBS down to get his time diminished by the federal authorities while Nicki Minaj is currently guaranteeing that she is his most memorable casualty, uncovering that Diddy is involving her as a substitute to demonstrate to the federal authorities that he truly has the soil that he claims he has well in. Nicki isn't bringing this line down since she put Diddy on impact, calling him out for being a narc who is attempting to demolish her profession. Young lady, you all should be miserable for this since Nicki is enraged, so I surmise Kanye West wasn't lying when he said that Diddy was a taken care of on the grounds that it's working out progressively just right in front of us. However, to the extent that easygoing plants Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these all you counterfeit hard, you know, hang on all. You counterfeit hard, you understand what I'm talking about. I get cause you can in any case, and the justification for why you gotta talk is cause you did an arrangement, you had at least some idea what I'm talking about. That is the reason you got to come at me, cause part of the arrangement for you to be a do that and escape prison is that you promised that you going to go force my co-truck. So about me currently, let me say it quiet you about, however, when we figured out several days prior that Nicki Minaj had been captured, not even one of us thought Diddy had anything to do with it. I mean, Diddy is in the US, presumably attempting to sort out a method for fixing his ruined picture, and Nicki was captured as far as possible in the Netherlands on substance charges. While the police didn't name her, they declared that they had captured a 41-year-old American lady, saying we never affirmed the character of an individual in care. However, I can affirm that we have captured a 41-year-old elderly person associated with attempting to trade delicate substances to another country. Nicki went live when the entire circumstance was going down, so we realized it was her doubting. I believe I'm not conveying number one when I came here, the go inside. I'm not going in there. I want a legal counselor. Present you will get a legal advisor. No, I want an attorney present at this point presently. Okay, please. Where am I going? I have no clue about where I'm going. You need to go to the police headquarters. What? How? What address is that? It's 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. What's going on with it? Very things, the location of the police region. When you will get you next show, we need to do it exceptionally quick. And we will help. Yet you're discussing my show. Yes, what might be said about it? Definitely we said they will help to attempt to get you there. They'll assist with attempting to get me to my show rapidly. To do it straight away. Yet, the thing am I doing? She likewise tweeted that the pre-rolls tracked down in her packs have a place with her security, not her. She said they found grass and that one more gathering need to come here to gauge the pre-rolls. Remember, they took my packs without a cent. My security has proactively exhorted them. Those pre-rolls have a place with him, and individuals who gauge it ain't here informed you as to attempt to make me late so they can compose negative stories. Envy is the fact that it's this fruitful and makes ailment. You know the rest. Her likewise asserted that her was being set up, saying they're being paid huge cash to attempt to attack my visit in light of the fact that such countless individuals distraught they can't eat off me. At the time we can't help thinking about what she was referring to, yet she clearly couldn't discuss it, not too far off, and afterward, now that she is refreshed, she is laying into Diddy, uncovering him for attempting to destroy things for her as compensation. This is on the grounds that Nicki was as of late uncovered for being the mind behind the sound hole of Diddy taking compliant mill operator post. Untown, you know, something similar video that Diddy's body are professed to be behind the break. Diddy had that man in the room look. Yes. I put my ear to the entryway and I brought the telephone cuz Diddy began going in overdrive. I didn't know what was happening. However, I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard end battling and taking. I heard no doubt, daddy. When he started all that, daddy this and daddy that, and afterward I heard some hauling and battling, no doubt. I kept the telephone there, and I recorded all that in light of the fact that I resembled this Diddy. Rich Panther Wright was fast to call BS on that, guaranteeing that Nicki Minaj was the person who released that sound, and she did so to get back at Tame and Drain, running around discussing costly torment. Stand by. This is Philly. You're discussing now. Stand by brief, Jack, stand by brief. He's a natural product circle, he did 5. This is Philly. He's a broiled period, he did. He fry, he did. He broiled, he did, he do genuine R. You believe that sound that they put out was genuine? Definitely. That was Nicki put that out, that Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas she been holding back to drop that on Tame, gracious man. She simply won't tell no one it was Diddy, except for now, that Diddy out there, why not assuming that you're interested with Hi Nicki could generally disapprove of Docile Factory. It comes down to their muddled relationship. As indicated by Nicki, things got pretty unpleasant with charges that Quiet got physical with her during their time together. A couple of years back, Nicki mixed the pot by delivering a sneak look of her docu-series Sovereign, the narrative, which was scheduled for HBO Max, despite the fact that the mystery was brief, got everybody talking. Nicki obviously picked this specific clasp for an explanation showing a side of her that fans don't normally get to see at the point when my mom would let my dad be vicious with her, and she generally raises the story as a young lady. I would come before I would remain before my mom and go this way, and I promised. Like, that is the reason I'm similar to perhaps certain individuals would portray me as grating or whatever, since I promised from that age, no man could ever call out to me out me. Deal with me like that, and afterward, out of nowhere, that was my life. She got truly profound, and you could feel it as she dove into a piece of her story that was clearly difficult to return to in that scrap she named no names or straightforwardly get down on the one who hurt. She didn't actually indicate at the point when it happened, leaving everybody speculating, except things took some time turn, when soon after Nicki prodded the docu-series Submissive Factory, hit her with a cease and stop letter. Basically telling her to keep my name out your mouth presently. Here's the intriguing part. Nicki was with Safari Samuels for a long time before Quiet came into the picture, in the wake of saying a final farewell to Easygoing. She dated Nas for about a year before they separated, so it might have been any of these three people. Yet think about who got all protective and lawyered up. That's right, Mild Factory. Quiet sort of in the foot with that response. Individuals tracked down it, dubious that he was the only one of her exes to have such areas of strength for it. To Nicki's post, this prompted hypothesis that he may be the one Nicki was discussing. Soon old recordings of them begun to reemerge, including one where he was obviously being unkind to Nicki out in the open, and she looked pretty terrified. Notice how she was grinning at first. However, at that point he expressed something to her, and she promptly I peered down and clearly felt awful. This further prompted more hypothesis that Mild was forceful toward Nicki, in addition to, in the event that you all really focused, you'd have understood that Nicki has been attempting to spill this tea for quite a while, yet she was unable to emerge to say it. Since she would have rather not been the one to uncover Diddy, okay. However, be that as it may, do you believe it's a ton of covert siblings in the business? Gracious goodness, Sovereign, we have close to zero familiarity with undercovers. God help us, we have barely any familiarity with that. Alright, gracious cuz I do you expressed out loud. Whatever, so it's no shock that Nicki would need to seek her retribution on Easygoing in the most embarrassing manner conceivable, regardless of whether it implied drag and Diddy down with him. Truth be told, particularly on the off chance that it implied hauling Diddy down excessively back. Nicki was overseen by Diddy, while Tame was overseen by Rock Country, claimed by Diddy's closest companion. Jay-Z rumors from far and wide suggest that Diddy was at that point engaging in extramarital relations with Resigned at the time, so not in the least did purportedly get physical with Nicki, yet he was likewise going behind her back with his purported guide that is genuinely wrecked Nicki in the long run, dropped Diddy as her director when she understood he'd been playing her from the start, empowering Resigned's awful way of behaving just to keep Quiet around for his own advantage. It even deteriorates reports propose that Diddy and Jay-Z supposedly contrived to push Nicki's narrative. Recall that secret she posted that sent Quiet into a craze. That's right, Diddy and Jay-Z evidently had a hand in covering it. Jay-Z needed to safeguard his craftsmen, and Diddy needed to safeguard the two. His relationship with Easygoing, and his own standing on the grounds that Nicki was intending to uncover them both. However, Nicki was shrewd and remembered the big picture. She supposedly took recordings and pictures of Submissive Plan and Diddy during their private minutes, but she knew not to spill them immediately, going toward Diddy and Jay-Z. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.